Welcome to Math 20 video lecture series. Sa videong ito, i-apply natin yung mga natutunan natin sa triangle trigonometry para mag-solve ng mga real-life problems. So, bago tayo mag-start, or simulan natin sa mga terms pag-define ng mga terms ang lesson natin. So, let's take a look at this picture. So, let's say you have an observer. This is your observer. And, ito yung mata niya, kunyari. Okay, so yung mata niya, tago natin sa point E. Let's say that is point E. And, meron tayong horizontal. Okay? And let's say point O yung object na ino-observe niya. So, kung yung object na ino-observe niya is above this horizontal line, so this will be O. Kunyari, airplane yung tinitignan niya. So, yung line of sight is this line, EO. So, from mata to the object, yun yung line of sight. Or pwedeng nasa baba, E, tapos pwedeng ito yung O mo. So, ito yung mga terminologies natin. So, we say that the angle formed by the horizontal and the line of sight is an angle of elevation if O is above the horizontal through E. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung tinutukoy niya. Okay? And this is the angle of elevation. Okay? Ito yung angle of elevation. So, kapag nasa baba yung ino-observe niya, let's say yung rabbit, so this angle, yung horizontal, and then yung line of sight sa baba, ito yung angle of depression. Okay? And let us also recall yung mga na-discuss natin sa right triangle trigonometry. So, for right triangles, we use this formula, and the configuration is ganito. So, this is theta, and C is the hypotenuse. So, ito yung opposite, or A na lang ito. A, and this is a B. Okay? And this is theta. And for oblique triangles, yung usual na configuration natin na alpha, beta, gamma, D, A, C. Okay? So, let us solve some real-life problems. So, ang technique ko lang talaga dito is i-drawing natin yung nangyayari. Okay, para magkaroon tayo ng picture ng problem. Okay, let's say Ronnie is standing 6 feet away from a lamppost. So, let's say ito yung ground. Tapos, kunyari, ito si Ronnie. Okay? So, that is Ronnie. And let's say this is the lamppost. Okay. So, that is the lamppost. So, 6 feet away daw. So, ang distance nila ay 6 feet. And, na-observe niya raw na yung angle of elevation to the top of the lamppost is 30 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mata niya, horizontal, tas pataas. This is 30 degrees. Okay? So, drawing natin ang ibang color. So, this is 30 degrees. Okay? So, while the angle of depression to the bottom of the lamppost is 45 degrees. So, meaning, yung horizontal, pababa, this is 45 degrees. Okay, so meron tayong dalawang triangles. 45 degrees. Ang tanong, gaano kataas daw yung lamppost? So, ano daw height nito? So, this is 6 feet. So, gagawin natin, na-apply lang natin yung right triangle trigonometry natin. So, let's say, yung haba nito is anong letter gusto natin? Let's say this is H1, this is H2. So we want to find H1 plus H2. Okay, so dun muna tayo kay H1. So anong pwede natin gamitin dito? May angle tayo, adjacent, tapos opposite. So pwede tayong gumamit ng tangent. So tangent 30 degrees is opposite over adjacent. So H1 over 6. So H1 is equal to 6 tangent 30 degrees. While ang tangent 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 3. Oops. So you get 2 square root of 3 for H1. Okay, punta naman tayo kay H2. So, ganun lang ulit. So, pwede tayong gumamit ulit ng tangent. So, tangent 45 is opposite over the adjacent. Which is H2 over 6. So, H2 is 6 tangent 45 degrees. But tangent 45 degrees is 1. So, this is 1. So, H2 is 6. So, yung height ng lamppost is H1 plus H2. So, you just add H1 and H2. So, 2 square root of 3 plus 6. Ang unit ay feet. Okay, kasi feet yung binigay. Okay, so let's try another problem. Okay, so for this one, we have Lana the ant. So, Lana the ant observed that the top of a jar of sugar has an angle of elevation of 30 degrees. After walking 1 feet towards the jar, the new angle of elevation is 60 degrees. What is the height of the jar? So, let's say, ito si Lana. And this is the jar. Mukha man jar. Okay. So, si Ana langgam lang, no? So, pwede mo siya isipin na as tuldok lang. So, nung una raw, the angle of elevation is 30 degrees. So, horizontal, papunta sa top, this is 30 degrees. Okay? Tapos, lumapit raw siya ng 1 feet papunta sa jar. So, yung bagong position nila na, andito na siya. And this is 1 feet, 1 foot. Okay. Singular 1 foot. So, nung tinignan niya daw yung jar, the angle of elevation is now 60 degrees. So, ang tanong dito, what is the height of the jar? So, gaano kataas daw ito? So, itago natin yung height ng jar sa pangalang H. Okay, and this is 90 degrees. So, right triangle trigonometry lang ulit yung gagamitin natin dito. Kasi, this is a right triangle. This is a right triangle. So, hindi natin alam yung measure nito, no? So, itago na lang natin sa pangalang X. Okay. So, meron tayong 2 variables. Kailangan meron din tayong 2 equations para ma-solve natin yan. So, we are solving for each. Doon tayo interested. So, tingnan natin si 30 degrees. So, meron tayong opposite over adjacent. So, tangent ulit yon. So, tangent 30 degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent. So, 1 plus x. But tangent 30 degrees is square root of at 3 over 3. So, h1 plus x. So, meron na tayong isang equation. So, i-keep muna natin iyan. Okay? At isang triangle, we have this. So, pwede tayong mag-tangent ulit opposite over adjacent. So, tangent 60 degrees is opposite over adjacent. And tangent 60 degrees is square root of 3. So, we have these two equations. And we want to solve for h. Okay, so tingnan natin to. Paano bang magandang gawin dito? Okay, dito, you can compute for, sige, compute natin si x na lang. Okay. So, x is equal to h over square root of 3. And then, pa-plug in natin to dito. Okay. So, meron tayong square root of 3 over 3 equal to h ng 1 plus h over square root of 3. And then, makakompute na natin si h dito kasi we have an equation. Is lang yung variable mo, si h lang. Okay? So, paano natin gagawin? So, multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. We will get square root of 3 over 3 equal to square root of 3h over square root of 3 plus h. Tapos, cross multiply, we get this times this, this times this. So, square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3 plus this times this square root of 3h equal to this times this. Okay? So, kukompute natin si h ha. So, lipat natin sa isang side lang si h. Lipat natin sa left. Pwede rin naman sa right. Pero sa tayo sa left. So, factor out h. So, we get square root of 3 minus 3 square root of 3 equal to negative 3. So, h is negative 3 over square root of 3 minus 3 square root of 3. And that is the height. Okay. So, positive yan. Pag pinasok mo sa calc, positive yan. Or, pwede ganito. Square root of 3 minus 3 square root of 3 is negative ito, tapos negative over negative, positive. Okay. Okay, so let's do one last example for these types of applications. So, pansin nyo, puro right triangle trig muna ginagamit natin. Kasi sa susunod na video natin, gagamitin natin yung mga pang non-right triangles naman. Ay, wait, natatakpan na upuan ko. So, liitan natin. Okay, so, let's do this problem naman. So, a tree stands vertically on top of a hill whose angle of inclination is 30 degrees. The top and the base of the tree are 4 square root of 3 and 4 meters respectively. So, from a point P at the foot of the hill, what is the angle subtended by the tree at point P? So, anong nangyayari dito? So, meron tayong hill. Drawing natin, ha? Nangyari yan yung burol. And, nasa taas daw yung puno. Okay? So, ang angle of inclination daw nung tawag dito, nung ating hill is 30 degrees. Pwede mo ngayon ko ng pabilog na hill. Kunwari, triangle na lang yung hill. Para mas madali natin makita. Okay? Ganyan na lang. Okay, so 30 degrees daw ito. Ay, ang laki. Tapos, the top of the tree is 4 square root of 3. From point P at the foot of the hill. So, ano yung point P na iyan? So, yung point P, nasa foot daw ng hill. So, isa-isahin natin Okay. So, from point P, papunta dun sa top ng building, at top ng tree, building tuloy. So, ito yon. So, that is 4 square root of 3. Tapos, yung papunta daw sa baba, sa bottom ng tree, ay 4 meters. So, what is the angle subtended by the tree at point P? So, ito yung tree. Yung angle subtended niya ay ito. Okay. So, ito yung hinahanap natin. Drawing nga natin yun. So, ito yung nawawala. Let's say theta. This is 4 square root of 3. And this is a 4. Okay, so para ma-apply natin yung right triangle trigonometry natin, extend natin ito. Drawing natin. So, we have this right triangle. Ang hinahanap natin dito ay si theta. Okay? Okay. Kaya ba ito? Sige, gawin natin. Ilalabas ko yung drawing natin, ha? Para hindi magulo. Ay, ulit. Okay, so this is theta. Laki. 4 square root of 3. 50 degrees. Magagamit ba natin right triangle dito? Or not? Okay. So, tingnan natin. So, usog ko lang ito. So, we want to compute for theta. Okay? So, buuin natin tong triangle na ito. Actually, mako-compute natin ito, tsaka ito, no? So, kung meron ka na nito, tsaka ito, so, pag tingnan mo yung larger triangle, mako-compute natin to. So, pag na-compute na natin to, pwede tayong gumamit ng law of cosine para ma-compute si theta. Okay, so isa-isahin natin, ha? So, start tayo with this mini triangle. Tago natin ito sa pangalang A muna. So, sine 30 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. A over 4. So, A is 4 sine 30 degrees. Sine 30 degrees is 1/2. So, this is 2. So, A is 2. So, palitan na agad natin ito ng 2. Okay. Okay, so erase ko na ito. Okay, so ito naman compute natin. Gamit tayo ng Pythagorean theorem. Let's say this is B. So, B square plus 2 square is equal to 4 square. So, B square is 16 minus 4 or 12. So, B is square root of 12. Take the square root of both sides. Or 2 square root of 3. So, B is 2 square root of 3. Okay, burahin na natin yun. Okay, compute natin tong malaking ito. Yung length nito. Patago muna natin sa pangalang C yun. Let's say this is C. Okay, Pythagorean theorem ulit. Square nito plus square nito equal to the square of this. So, 2 square root of 3 square. Gusto ko black. 2 square root of 3 square plus C square equal to 4 square root of 3 square. So, kailangan makompute natin si C. this is 12 plus c square, and this is equal to 16 times 3, 48. So c square is 36, so c is 6. Okay, so yung haba daw nito is 6, pero ito ay 2. So ang haba nito ay 4. So let's write that. Okay, ready na tayong i-compute si theta. Pwedeng law of cosines, pwedeng law of sines. Yun yung dalawang nakikita ko. Pero dahil mas sanay tayo sa law of sines, mag-law of sines na lang tayo para medyo madali yung computation. So, kailangan natin ng isa pang angle dito. Anong angle ito? This is 30, 90. So, 180 yung sum ng interior angles na to. So, this must be 60 degrees. So, ito ay 180 minus 60 degrees, 120 degrees. Okay? So, gamit na tayo ng sine law. So, sine theta over 4 is equal to sine 120 over 4 square root of 3. So, sine theta is 4 sine 120 degrees over 4 over square root of 3. So, cancel na ito. Cancel, cancel. And what is sine 120 degrees? Saan yun? This is 120 degrees. Ang reference angle niya ay 60 degrees, no? And positive si sine sa quadrant 2. So, sine theta, ay, ang laki. So, sine theta is equal to, okay, so this is a square root of 3 over 2. Oops. So, you will get here 1/2. So, sine theta is equal to 1/2. So, ano yung theta na pwede dito? Theta can be, so, dalawa yung possible answers pag tinignan mo sa unit circle. So, pwedeng 30 degrees or, saan yun? 30 degrees or yung kakambal niya dito. 30 or 150 degrees. So, titignan natin kung pasok ba sa bangayan pareha. Okay? So, itong 30 degrees, so if this is 30 degrees, 120 ito, this is 30 degrees. So, pasok siya sa 180 yung sum nung angles nito. Pero kung 150 ito, tignan nyo, mangyayari 150 plus 120, 270, lalampas na agad siya ng 180. So, hindi ito yung sagot. So, theta is 30 degrees. So, the correct answer is 30 degrees. And that ends our lesson for this video. So, yung kadugtong naman nito ay more examples pa rin, pero ibang scenario naman. Okay, bye! See you!